Welcome back. We're focusing today on the recall of those suspended judges. We've got Dr. Paul Nananaba, SAN. He joins us this morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
I remember when this matter broke, when the DSS, the hoopla was just so much. Eventually, many waited for them to get to court, hoping they were going to have ironclad cases. But we've seen that of Justice Ademola and wife. But now, the NJC, who initially said, no, we were not going to recall them until all of them had been cleared. Now, they've recalled all of those. Were you in any way, did you see this coming?
Yes, I did, because I'm a legal practitioner, so I know that our constitution is very clear. The fact that you have been accused of an offense doesn't mean you are guilty. And once there is no case against you, you should be free to move around and to go about your business. And that's why you see NBA saying, if you don't have a case against these judges or justices, why will they be out of their courts? And let me tell you, justice is a three-way traffic. We used to say it's two, but I believe it's three. Because there is justice for the court, for the parties, and also for the society. Imagine any of those judges, their courts. What will happen to their cases? Some of them will have 300 cases, 400 cases.
That's assuming they were going to go back, because nobody knew where the pendulum was going to swing.
Yeah, I'm just saying, they are not sitting, and those cases you'll be having problem trying to reassign them. And when they are reassigned, most of them that have gotten even up to address stages will begin afresh. If those cases may have been 4, 5, 6 years, and you want to begin afresh, some of them, their witnesses may have died, or may be out of reach, or may be sick.
Does this invariably means that the investigation was set aside?
No, in some of the cases of these judges, they have not even been charged at all. Mm-hmm. You remember that the NJC acted because of an advice. The Attorney General of the Federation had advised that these judges, it doesn't look tidy for them to continue to sit while these allegations are going on. And NJC said, okay, please stay away from the course until you are cleared. That's the case. As it is today, there's been no conviction, there's been no prosecution for some of them.
But they should have been charged to court.
Well, that's not the duty of NJC. So I will limit myself to what the NJC does.
Let me pick up on the point you made earlier about the cases that they had, the witnesses of the cases they're going through may have died. But if they had cases to answer, I'm not saying that they don't, will that be sufficient reason for them to be recalled by the NJC?
It wouldn't be. In that case, the society is aware, the judge that was doing the matter has been convicted. But in this case, the judge has not been charged to any court. The judge is not sitting. I mean, what if you were one of those litigants and the case perhaps has stayed in court for 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Wouldn't you also be asking for justice? And justice in this case is that allow the man to sit and determine my matter.
But on the third part, which you talk about, the society.
The society.
So how will they then see this if people were to have cases appear before these judges? When they say, but this judge was accused.
No, that's fine.
But they've not been charged.
No, this is the beauty of the judicial system. Take Justice Ademola, for example. He's been acquitted. So you have confidence that the allegations against the judge are not there. They're not valid.
But should he have been recalled? Because they also say, but if FG appeals the case, shouldn't they wait for the appeal to be over and done with before he's recalled?
Let me explain to you that NJC is made up of the best hands in the judiciary. They understand legal principles. They did not recall all the judges. They recall some of them that they would have looked at that they are in a position to recall. And that's what happens. They are seasoned judges and legal practitioners. So the judges you have seen that were recalled are the judges that ought to be recalled. So take Justice Nguta, for example. They did not recall Justice Nguta. They did not recall Justice Ophelia Jumagobia. So you understand.
Those ones, their cases are ongoing.
Those ones have cases ongoing.
So this will seem to, for some people, to be a smack on the face of the fight against corruption at the judicial level.
Now we go back to the issues. The fundamental issue is we should, going forward, not just resort to media trial. We should, going forward, act professionally. In well-advanced democracies and where the judicial system and the prosecutorial system works, before you are picked up, the evidence against you must be serious. You see in many cases globally that you see the prosecution say they will decline prosecution because they don't have enough evidence to prosecute anybody. But here, once you have been there's an allegation against anybody in this country, the perception is, oh, he's a criminal. In many cases, it's not so. And let me tell you, it is said that there is no smoke without fire. But today we are seeing smokes with fire without smoke.
Explain to us then about that point. If the FG appeals a particular case and the judge is recalled, how will that be perceived?
Now, if there is an appeal does not operate as a stay. Now, if you file an appeal, you must proceed to obtain a stay of proceeding or execution. Now, in a case where there is no stay and it is just an appeal, the principles are clear.
I heard a lot of lawyers argue about this.
Now, if you're asking me questions of moral, when I'm talking about the society,
exactly,
the society will be wondering, but there's an appeal,
and it could go anyway.
Yeah. So, but that it now goes on to still back to the prosecution and the executive. Things should be done thoroughly. And as I was saying, before you pick up anybody, whether it's a judge or a justice, you would have got enough evidence, and there will be no issue of they've not been prosecuted months after.
Don't you feel it's a wrong thing to do to, recall them back when some of their cases are ongoing?
No, they couldn't recall people whose cases are ongoing. I gave you an example. Justice Nguta's case is ongoing. It was not recalled. Ophelia Jumagobia's case is ongoing. She was not recalled.